Good evening, basketball fans from southeastern Massachusetts. Welcome to Division II men's college basketball. We're at Merckett Gymnasium on the Paula Sullivan Court here on the campus of Stonehill College. I'm Dave Clifton, here along with Ken Wood. We'll be describing the action tonight. And of course, we expect a pretty good crowd on hand as we watch Stonehill host Franklin Pierce College here at Merckett. And right now, when you see the Skyhawks hosting the Ravens, and they're from Rindge, New Hampshire, you see two teams that are evenly matched in the NE10. Stonehill, of course, 12-12, and of course, 13 victories by the men's team. They call them the Ravens. Our sponsor, of course, we want to give them a little thank you for their help and support tonight.
Yeah, for the men's game this afternoon, it's going to be the Northeastern Savings Bank. And we want to thank them for sponsoring us. And their mission, Northeastern Savings Bank, is to provide efficient and progressive financial services to our customers. So we want to thank Northeastern Savings Bank, and they help out with all the nonprofits here in town, food pantry and other organizations. So we appreciate their sponsorship.
We looked like we had a high school team that was marching in front of us during our pregame show. They're guest of Stonehill College, and of course we expect to see a battle here tonight. This will be a close game. Both teams looking for an additional victory, as right now the NE10 conference is in the process of getting ready to set up their championship series. Right now we have one home game here. We have a team traveling for the next couple of games, and then they'll have the opportunity to come back here and take on St. Anselm's on the 26th of February. I'm Dave Clifton here along with Ken Wood. Alante will be on camera. They call him Nick. This cablecast is a production of ECAT, Eastern Community Access Television. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back with the opening tip-off and the starting lineups. Stay with us. Dave Clifton here at courtside along with Ken Wood. We're at Merckett Gymnasium, and right now we're getting ready for Division II men's college basketball. Yes, Stonehill hosting Franklin Pierce. They call them the Ravens. Two teams that are pretty evenly matched. And it'll be interesting to see how they play against each other. This the second to last home game here at Merckett Gymnasium. Ken, I know that as the fans start to pile in for this game, it's going to mean an awful lot as we get involved with the starting lineups. So Ken is going to introduce the Ravens from Franklin Pierce, and I'll introduce the home team, the Skyhawks from Stonehill College.
The officials for this afternoon is Douglas Hopper, Josh Burton, and Paul Klopman. There again, we want to thank Northeastern Savings Bank for being our sponsor this afternoon here at Stonehill College. You can watch all these programs on the Stonehill games on Comcast Channel 97 and Verizon Channel 24.
Here's Jeremy Arthur. He's a graduate student. He'll be starting at right forward. And this name is an interesting one, Dorian Fado. I guess they pronounce it
Utimi.
Fado Utimi.
Yeah,
he's a junior guard.
The J's for silent.
Isaac Moore also will get the starting nod, wearing number 30. He's a freshman. And Lola Charles will be the other starting forward wearing number 5. Head coach David Chadbourne from St. Joseph's in Maine, class of 87, his 20th season. Here's the Skyhawks now being introduced. Here's number 13, Owen Chose, a sophomore. Owen, of course, is from Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Michael Morden, one town over in Mansfield, Massachusetts, a senior guard. They don't make him any tougher than him. Here's Joe Burrow from Lawrence, Massachusetts, a senior wearing number 35. And rounding out the starting lineup, the leading scorer and rebounder, Will Morden, a junior, wearing number 33, led by head coach Chris Kraus, class of 2006 here at Stonehill in his 6th season. His assistant coaches, Matt Miller, and former player Carter Smith. So here's Stonehill now 12-12 overall. They're 6-11 in the NE10 conference. Franklin Pierce 13-11, 9-8 in the NE10 conference. And we should have what we think is a battle to the finish line. Franklin Pierce will be dressed in the dark jerseys. Stonehill, the hosting local team, in the white jerseys. It's the Skyhawks hosting the Ravens. 3 officials, 2 20-minute halves, and there will be a 60-minute clock. Bareilles jumps the tap against Will Morden. The Ravens get the ball first. They work the far side of the court. They get it out to their point guard, who drives to the hoop, misses the shot, and that was Falou Sek from Washington, D.C.
Will Martin pulls it down.
Will leads the team in both rebounding and shooting. And there's a 3-point. Bang! He got it. Owen Chose.
Stonehill's first on the board.
This sophomore from Eden Prairie, he's a biology major at Stonehill, can shoot the threes. Rebound by Bowen. Gets it to Will Morden, who I'm not sure was looking for that pass. There's the rebound, fought for a loose ball, picked up as he drove to the open dunked. He didn't look like big enough to be a dunker, but that was Doyen Fado Utimi. If I pronounce it correctly, sounds like a Japanese name. Getting the starting nod tonight, Andrew Sims. And again, a missed shot by Stonehill. 3-2 on the clock. Hauling down his second rebound, Mike Bowen. His dad, the head baseball coach here at Stonehill. Bowen goes low to Baroa. Back out front to Will Morden. And there's the shot by the left hand, and bang, he got it!
6-2 Skyhawks.
Nice 3-ball by Bowen. Has 2 points and 2 rebounds, and only a few minutes off the clock. Here's the J, won't fall. Baroa hauls down the rebound. I don't think he even jumped for that, it came right to him. Bowen across the timeline, gets it to Sims. They work the far side of the court to Will Morden. And there's a stop and pop by Owen Chose. You can call him Chose, you can call him Choose, but he made that.
8-2 Skyhawks.
Turnover by Jeremy Arthur from Westbury, New York. A transfer from Trinity College. Again, Franklin Pierce, it's a university. They're 13-11 overall. They're 9-8 in conference play. The last time that both these teams met, Stonehill, of course, would like to be able to knock them off twice. Underneath, and the ball went in. The basket will count according to the stripes.
We'll get for that extra 1 point shot.
He'll get the old-fashioned three-point play as he will go to the charity stripe. So Pieris gets the basket. The junior at 6'6", a forward, will go to the foul line. He'll shoot one. And he makes it.
8-5, Stonehill.
There's pressure in the backcourt by the Ravens. Sims works the ball over to Mack, and the three-point shooter takes the shot.
Front-ended.
That was actually Chose on the missed shot. Another turnover by the Ravens. They're led by head coach Chad Bond in his 20th season.
Little back pressure, court pressure here.
And our own Chris Kraus, class of 2006 at Stonehill.
You go in, you have one, tell Jay he has...
Baseline, back out front to Mack. Mack takes the three, back rims it. Rebound pulled down by their favorite scorer. Fatotimi, he has an average of 17.3 points per game. He wears number 23. Little fake, he stops, he goes up with the shot. Front rims it, Sims with the rebound. Coach Chris Kraus calls the play. Had two fingers up. And of course the score clock accidentally went off. That stops play. Sims gets a rest. He'll go to the bench. Coming into the lineup, timeout on the court right now.
They were a receptive time clock, I guess.
They call it an official's timeout. Ball's in play. Baroa with the basketball. Stonehill out in front by 3 points. We're in the first half. Morton goes low. At the high post we have Baroa. Mack gets it back out front. And there's a three-point shot. He got it! And that was from way downtown. Will Morton on the basket. And of course, I said many times, he's from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
11-8, Skyhawks.
Ravens do not waste much time. They come right back up and score. Sims reports to the scorer's table.
You got 11. Get there. Don't let him get it off. He can't get it off. Team's first foul.
Baroa gets a rest. Sims reports. They got a double stack as they take the ball out of bounds at the baseline. Getting some playing time, Owen DeGraff from Beansville, Ontario. Sophomore forward at 6'8".
Got fouled.
He spent the early part of the season on the injured list. It's great to see him back in a white jersey.
Will Morton at the line. He'll shoot 2.
So here's the free throws. It will be shot by a good free throw shooter. Will Morton makes the first. He'll get a chance to shoot the back end. Shot by the left-hander, all net, he makes it.
13-8 Skyhawks. 14:29 left in the first half.
Bradbury with the basketball. Gets it back out front. Man-to-man defense, ball stolen.
Good pass, Big O.
Here's Morton, goes to the hoop, throws it up with his right hand, makes the basket, and gets fouled.
We're up to the line for that extra shot.
Terrific penetration by Morton. He knew exactly what he was going to do. He drove up the court, dribbling with his right hand. He's a natural lefty. He did a crossover dribble, went to the hoop with the left hand, laid it over the front of the rim, made the basket, and now he's at the charity stripe. He'll get another free shot.
Number 40, David Bradbury.
And he makes the shot. Stonehill right now out in front, 16-8. Nice penetration to the hoop. However, it's a missed shot. Stonehill gets it back. Mack to Morton. Morton, three-point shot. Won't fall. And with the rebound, where did he come from? Owen Chose. He stops. And they made the basket, but
Rattled around the rim and didn't fall.
we have a push-off called against Chose. So the sophomore picks up his first personal foul. Second team foul called against Stonehill. If you just joined us, folks, from the southeastern Massachusetts area, you're watching Division II men's college basketball. Stonehill hosting Franklin Pierce. Their university is located in Rindge, New Hampshire.
Skyhawks up by 6.
Mack with the basketball. Gets it to Sims, who takes the shot. And they're going to have a pushing foul called against Michael Bowen from Mansfield.
Jay, you got 0.
Bowen gets a rest. Barrera comes in. Also getting some additional playing time, Owen DeGraff, the sophomore forward. One of the tallest players on the court. Where's number 31? Dressed in the white jersey for the Skyhawks. Nice pass underneath, back out front for a three. And that was a terrific shot by Bradbury. He's got a great first name. His name is David.
Yeah. Stonehill up by 3.
He's from Deep River, Connecticut. Here's Mack, goes low to Baroa. Baroa being double teamed. Back out front to Mack. Baroa takes a three. It doesn't fall. Loose ball rebound picked up by the Ravens. And again, they go right to the hoop. Missed shot by Moore. Here comes Mack across half court. Gets it to Morton to Baroa. They get it to Mack. Underneath to Chose, who missed the layup. And we had a foul in the action. So DeGraff gets the foul called against him.
12 minutes left in the first half. 16-13. Skyhawks.
Isaiah Moore, the point guard for the Ravens. Wow, that looked like an offensive foul there. And of course, the other team ends up with a 3. There's Bradbury, 2 threes in a row. Game tied up 16-all. Stonehill looking to set something up. They take the 3, bang. Will Morton, 30-second timeout called by Stonehill as they lead this game by a score of 19-16. And again, for you folks out there who are listening and viewing this cable cast, would like to say something about the NCAA Division II athletics, especially here at Stonehill College. At all levels of competition, athletics seem to be a big part of life here at Stonehill. More than 80% of the students participate in an NCAA Division II varsity team, or they play an intramural club sport. The Skyhawks compete in the Northeast 10 Conference, which, by the way, Ken, is the largest NCAA Division II conference in the country. They have 20 varsity teams, they have 11 intercollegiate club teams, and 20 intramural sports teams. Ravens have the ball. However, they trail 19-16. A little tricky dribble by Sek. They take the shot, they miss it. Here come the Skyhawks. Mack with the basketball. Stonehill calls for play. Barrow at the high post, he goes low. Will Morton at the top of the key. And again, Mack goes to the hoop, throws it off the window, and makes a pretty basket.
That was a good
So
one. Yeah.
Josh Mack, a freshman from Winchester, Virginia, 175-pound freshman guard, went to the hoop, threw it off the glass, and made the hoop for the Skyhawks.
21-16, Skyhawks.
We played 2 20-minute halves. There's the shot, doesn't fall. However, they get the rebound, and Sek from Washington, D.C. makes the basket. He's a junior guard, only 6'2". They go low to DeWolf, who goes to the hoop. He did a nice little pivot. He faked left, went right to the baseline, and put it off the window for the basket. Here's a three-point shot missed. Chose with the rebound. They give it to Mack. They want to set up a play.
Execute it, execute it, execute.
As they work against the man-to-man defense. Morton takes the 3, and he got it. We got the 3 ball.
26-18, Stonehill. 9:09 left in the first half.
The 3 ball, sometimes we call the Tragua. He makes the basket, and Stonehill right now enjoying their biggest lead, 26-18. Little thank you to Reverend John Denning, who is the president of Stonehill College in his 9th year. In addition, members of the congregation serve the college as trustees, many of whom are Stonehill alumni. Stonehill part of the NE10 Conference, which is part of the NCAA. Getting some playing time now for the Skyhawks. Connor Walsh, a freshman from West Friendship, Maryland. He played at the Boys Latin School last year. The Ravens come up with the loose ball rebound on the missed shot. Ooh, and that would be a, oh wow. That should have been an offensive foul. They knock Connor Walsh to the far side of the court.
That's 2 of them today. That's kind of controversial.
This first person with 15 fouls for Stonehill.
Here's Moore with the basketball. They work the far side of the court. And they'll call
Travel.
Checking back in for Stonehill, number 35, Joel Barola.
definitely another turnover. That was Patty Utimi.
Took that extra step.
A lot of basketball players forget to dribble. There's Morton, likes to shoot the threes from the top of the key. That one he missed. Nice rebound by Mack. Mack, one of the smaller players on the court, gets it to Sims. Three-pointer attempt. Doesn't fall.
Front rimmed it.
For Mack. Just watched as you're watching Division II men's college basketball. Other games being played this afternoon and running into the evening. St. Anselm's at number 14, Bentley College. Southern Connecticut plays at Lemoyne. Bridgeport will be hosting Queens. Delphi goes to Pace. They played an early afternoon game. Assumption at St. Michael's of Vermont. St. Rose plays at New Haven. And of course, Merrimack at Southern Connecticut will be interested in getting those scores.
Will Martin just got another three, Dave.
Likes to shoot them from way downtown. Here's Moore, try to go baseline. Another turnover. Good defensive effort by the players in the white jerseys. They call them the Skyhawks here at Stonehill.
29-18, the Skyhawks. 6:58 left in the first half.
This is the Washington holiday weekend. Baroa hasn't had too many opportunities for a shot.
Turnover.
Yeah, that looked like an extra step. Well, they didn't get a basket out of it, so that takes some of the sting off. As Stonehill gets the ball back. Sims to Chose to Morton. And of course, Mack was not looking. Ball went out of bounds. Call what you want, but it was a turnover by Stonehill. Baroa hasn't had too many chances to shoot. Number 35 here for Stonehill. Kolek wearing number 10 has the ball. They go baseline. They get it back out front. They take the shot.
Didn't fall.
And DeGraff comes down with the rebound. Coach Chris Krause wants to set something up. He does. They get it to Baroa. Thought he might have had the shot there. The Wolf takes the shot. Here come the Ravens. And this is a definite charge.
Offensive foul.
The fans in the stands giving a round of applause on that last call. They were looking for an offensive foul on two previous
29-18, Skyhawks. 5:17 left in the first half.
Chose on the far side of the court. Gets it back out front to Matt.
Next one, sit two. Next one, sit two. Sit two. Sit two.
3-second violation. Franklin Pierce basketball.
.5:04 on the clock. Stonehill right now enjoying an 11-point lead. Here comes Walsh.
Then the Skyhawks lineup, number 2, Connor Walsh.
Coming to the bench this time is Owen DeGraff. Zorero in the lineup wearing number 0. That's a definite travel violation. Called by the 3 officials and also the signal from head coach Chris Kraus.
And checking in for Stonehill, number 11, Andrew Sims.
Okay, you got 12. You got 12.
Andrew Sims comes in, freshman.
Here's Walsh. And back out front, Jones takes the 3, a little bit off on that one. Didn't have too much of a chance to set up. Bradbury wearing number 40. There's a drive to the hoop. And Bradbury pass went to Sean Fazo Euro. Fazo Euro is from Houston, Texas. He's a sophomore guard. Wears number 0. He front rims the first free throw.
Mack goes in, and Walsh comes out.
Some interesting names on this Franklin Pierce University squad in terms of pronunciation of their last names. But Faso Euro makes the back end of his 2 free throws. And of course the shot missed.
Stonehill up by 10. 4:07 left in the first half.
Mack with the basketball. They call him Josh, a freshman from Winchester, Virginia, looking for some help out front. Here's Will Morton. Stops, pops, bang, he got it.
32-19, the Skyhawks. 3:40 left.
All this happening on the Paula Sullivan court here at Merckett Gymnasium. Traveling violation. They've had about 10 turnovers here in the first half. And I'm not talking about Apple turnovers.
No.
Again, that can hurt a team. Franklin Pierce, they're 9-8 in the NE10 conference. Stonehill is 6-11. Their last home game will be against St. Anselm's, and that's scheduled on the 26th of February.
We hope you join us over here at that game on Tuesday night.
Will Morton is scoring like lightning here.
35-19, Skyhawks.
Fatty Utimi looking for his shot. He likes to score.
And Stonehill fouls on number 5, Josh Mack, his first personal, the team's 7th foul.
Foul on Mack.
Franklin Pierce in the bonus. For those second the line, no shooting, 1-1.
So with 17 fouls called against Stonehill, the Ravens are now in the bonus. This cablecast a production of ECAT, Eastern Community Access Television. Rebound pulled down by Morton. Morton leads the team in scoring and rebounding. And now he's taking the ball up the court. What an all-around basketball player Morton is. They call him Will. He's been recognized by the NE10 conference on a number of occasions. Gets it back out front to Sims. And we'll call an offensive foul against Sims. Number 11.
Pushing off.
Andrew is from Mount Lowell, New Jersey. He's an accounting major. and I'm sure he keeps track of the score and the number of fouls. And again, Sims pulls down a tough rebound. Mack wants to take the ball across the timeline himself. They get it to Morton. Morton back out front, being covered closely. He's looking for his three. He stops, he pops, bang, he got it!
37-20, Skyhawks, 152 in the final half.
Stonehill has the lead. How important it is to hold on to it. And again, another missed shot by the Ravens. 1:36 before halftime. Sims had a shot at it. There's a fight on the gym floor to see who ends up with it. Look like Stonehill, but if they call a jump ball, it'll be a possession rule.
One of their players getting up a little slow there.
Stonehill basketball.
So Stonehill gets it back with 1:23 on the clock. Stonehill has the ball. They have the lead by 17. This is two teams from the NE10 conference. Joes takes the three. He got it! Wow! A 20-point lead by Stonehill. This has to make the coach happy, no doubt about it.
That three-point shot didn't fall for Ravens.
Mack with the basketball. He goes to the hoop. He makes the basket. He got fouled. Holy cow.
42-20, Skyhawks. 51.4 seconds left in the first half.
First time that both these teams met, Ken, that was back on December 1st. Stonehill won it by a score of 81-75. And here they are, out in front by 22 points. Mack makes it 23. Under 50 seconds remaining here in the first half. Wow. How did that ball go in the basket?
Well, the whistle blew before it, I think, so I don't know if it's going to count.
Stonehill fouls at number 35, Joel Baroa, his first personal of the team's.
I guess they allowed it.
Basket is good.
So it will be an old-fashioned three-point play. Going to the foul line will be Isaiah Moore. He's from Temple Hills, Maryland. He makes 20-point difference. 40 seconds remaining. Here's a 2-on-1. A dish off to Baroa, who went baseline underneath the hoop, threw in a right-handed hook shot off the window. Basket counts.
Only about 25 seconds left in the first half.
Stonehill's man-to-man defense seems to be working. Ball stolen. There's Will Morton. Bounce passes it to Joes. Rolled around the rim and didn't fall in for the Skyhawks.
Oh!
A three-pointer. Wow.
Hey, you got that.
How the score can change so quickly.
45.
Basket, Isaiah Moore. And that's the end of the first half here at Stonehill. The Skyhawks out in front of the Ravens by a score of 45-26. And of course, there'll be a 15-minute break at halftime. We'll take a look at the scoring. Certainly Morton will be right up there with all of his threes. But a 45-26, 19-point lead by Stonehill. How important it is for them to hold on to it. They would like to win this game. It would give them the 7th victory in the NE10 conference if they have any intention of playing some good basketball in the postseason play. I'm Dave Clifton along with Ken Wood. We're going to take this little break. We're back here at halftime here at Merkitt Gymnasium on the campus of Stonehill College. And right now the score at halftime, 45-26. Stonehill is out in front by 19. This is an important game for the Skyhawks in terms of maybe some postseason play in the NE10 conference. With me right now is Patrick Lee. That's a familiar name here at Stonehill College.
Yep.
He played, what year was it?
Graduated in 2012.
And your team went a distance into the tournament. Tell us about it.
Yeah, my senior year we had a nice run. We won the conference tournament in the NE10 and then went on to the National Final Four down in Kentucky. So we had a nice run.
Now, did Coach Chris Kraus play on that team?
Coach Kraus was the assistant coach on that team. He played in 2006, and his team went to the Final Four as well.
Yeah, he certainly has had some success.
Yep.
And somebody told me, and I'm not sure if it's true or not, but you threw in a desperate shot in one of those games. Can you tell us about that?
I did. This was...
Who was it against?
That was my junior year against Lemoyne College at Lemoyne, which is in Syracuse, New York, where I grew up. So we happened to have all my family, friends, big fan section there. Down by 1 with 2 seconds left, Lemoyne missed a free throw, outlet pass, caught a half-court turnaround, and hit it for the win. So it was like a home crowd the way they went crazy.
Were you shocked yourself when you saw it go in?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Teammates stormed the floor. Just an awesome feeling. Then, the next day you see it on Sports Center. So that was pretty cool.
Let's talk about the Skyhawks game today against Franklin Pierce.
Yep.
It looked to me like Stonehill was dominating the game. I saw the Ravens miss a lot of shots.
Yep.
But let's talk about Will Morton.
Yeah.
Feelings about how he plays.
I mean, when Will's feeling it, if you can't give him any space, you see there how many threes he hit in the first half. They're not doing a great job getting a hand up. If he's open, he's going to knock those down. And then you say Franklin Pierce missing a lot of shots. You got to give the credit to Stonehill. They're contested shots. So they're playing great defense, talking to each other, communicating, making everything tough on Franklin Pierce. Holding them to 26 points, that's a great job defensively.
I've been here a few years describing the action at Stonehill basketball games. I'm so impressed at what they do in Division II. I know they're part of the NE10 conference, which is part of the NCAA. And you were here as a player. You come back periodically to watch. You sat in on a game a couple of years ago with me to do the color. But it seems to be something that Stonehill College works at in terms of providing activities for students to participate in. You're a graduate, an alumni member. What's your feeling about your education here at Stonehill?
Second to none. I mean, looking back, I never would have chosen another college if I knew going into it this is what I was going to get out of it. And like you said, I come back to the games. A lot of alumni come back to the games. They do a great job with their alumni, keeping them involved. I know all the players. Just Coach Kraus does a great job with that, keeping us into things. He sends out emails with game updates, so everyone knows what's going on.
Whether it be Baroa or Bowen, who came into the season not as a starter, he did miss some time playing in his earlier years here, but he's as tough as they come. His dad is the head baseball coach here at Stonehill, and he's from Mansfield, Mass.
Yeah. He, Mike works hard. He came in, like you said, didn't start his year, but he puts in the work, and he's become a great player, a great part of this team. And his dad's been around. He played here years ago. His dad, a great shooter, great point guard himself.
And Mike works at doing things, and I say this to young basketball players out there. What do you do when you don't have the ball? Well, Mike does those things. He gets the rebound. He does the picks. He seems to hustle, and every now and then he'll throw in a shot.
Yeah.
So I think he's a well-rounded player.
He is. He understands the game well. He gets his teammates open and realizes if he can set a good screen, that might get him open. When he does get the opportunity, he can shoot, knock down the shot, but he doesn't force it. He gets his opportunities off of offensive rebounds, hustle plays, things like that.
And the name that I hear quite often, having been here describing the action on community television, the name Patrick Lee always comes up. People have lots of respect for you, Patrick, and what you've done. It's nice to see you come back once in a while.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And support the team. And you certainly are an inspiration to a lot of young basketball players out there. And you're one of the reasons why the team went as far as they did. So my congratulations
thank you very much.
to you.
Thank you.
Thanks
for having me on.
That's Patrick Lee. The score at halftime, 45-26. The men's Skyhawks are out in front by 19 points. Let's see if they can hold on to that lead, because it was described as two teams battling each other tonight that are evenly matched. This could be the second time that we beat Franklin Pierce this season. Hurry back. This cablecast, a production of ECAT, Eastern Community Access Television. Hurry back.
All right.
Welcome back to Merckett Gymnasium. We have two teams from the Uni 10 Conference here on the Paula Sullivan Court here at Merckett Gymnasium. Stonehill hosting Franklin Pierce. They're from Ringe, New Hampshire. Stonehill right at home here at Easton, Massachusetts. They have a halftime lead, 45-26. And Ken, what a nice interview with a nice former player and alumni member, Patrick Lee.
Yeah, that was nice to be
who
able
was
to do
a former
that.
player.
Yeah.
And we certainly thank him very much. Let's take a look at some of the scoring here in the first half.
Okay.
How about
so-
Will Morton?
Oh, well, Will Martin is doing very good to Stonehill. We have it's 45 to total points for Stonehill. And it's Owen Choice has got 10. Will Martin's got 23. And Josh Mack's got 5. And for Franklin Pierce, Isaac Moore has 8. And David Bradbury Jr. has 6, a total of 26. Turnovers for Franklin Pierce for the first half was 8, and Stonehill was 5.
So the Ravens get the basketball first here in the second half. Special thank you to person on camera, Nick Galande from Bridgewater, Massachusetts. Here we are, another 20-minute half. Stonehill with the lead. They have the ball. Will Morton likes to shoot the three. Bang!
There he goes again.
Another three ball.
From way downtown.
Moore wearing number 30. Badutami. And of course, they pick up their first hoop, the Ravens, here in the second half.
48-28, Stonehill. Turnover. Oop.
And again, there's another three-pointer. Bang, he got it.
48-31, Skyhawks.
Kind of puts them back into this ball game. Here's Mack, drives into the paint. And of course the three-point attempt doesn't fall. Good effort though by Joe Baroa. How important defense is. There's another three-pointer. Jeremy Arthur. He's a 6'4" graduate student from Westbury, New York.
48-34.
Transfer from Trinity College. Morton gets it to Mack. Morton posted high. Goes to the hoop underneath to Baroa. Back out front. Morton takes the shot. Won't fall. Rebound fought for. Loose ball picked up by Baroa. And again, Mike picks up another loose ball rebound. Timeout called by Stonehill. It'll be a 30-second timeout. During halftime when I was talking to Patrick Lee, a former player and graduate of Stonehill College, he was talking to me about Mike Bowen. And I had mentioned to him that Mike Bowen knows what to do when he doesn't have the ball. He works hard on rebounds, he helps with picks, he does a lot of things that, and he just did it here.
Yeah.
He got 2 rebounds on missed shots.
He's a good roundabout player.
Yeah. So Stonehill will take the ball out in front of the
Right in front of-
broadcasting table.
Yeah.
So Morden gets the ball to Bowen. Bowen comes across midcourt. And it's a traveling violation. I guess he moved his pivot foot. 28-34. The Ravens have the ball. And they seem to be making a comeback. Stonehill trying to tighten up on their defense. They go low, went out of bounds. Stonehill gets it back. Always good to hear the voice of our PA announcer. He makes it loud and clear when he makes an announcement. His name is Kurt Campbell, the PA announcer here at Mercott Gymnasium. There's Sims with a three-pointer. He back rims it. Ravens get the ball back. And again, the ball stolen by Stonehill.
Bowen got it.
That's the kind of thing that hurt the Ravens in the first half. They had lots of turnovers. Here's Martin. Gets it to Bowen on the far side of the court. DeWolf reports to the scorer's table. Simmons trying to the back end. And there's a three-pointer. Just won't fall. Guess who almost got the rebound? Bowen. Mack gives Bowen a rest.
You have to watch out for those long passes down there when there's too many men.
Franklin Pierce 9-8 in the NE10 conference. They're 13-11 overall. Stonehill 12-12 overall. They're 6-11 in the NE10 conference. Here's Mack in the paint. Here's a three-pointer. Bang, and he got it. Owen Chose from Eden Prairie, Minnesota.
51-34, Skyhawk.
That was nicely done. If you saw Ken, he had himself set up a couple of seconds before he even took the shot. He was almost ready to jump up and take it. If you just joined us, folks, a pretty good crowd on hand for Division II men's college basketball. Women's team won their ball game tonight by 20 points.
Good block, Sims!
Rebound pulled down by Sims.
Good block.
Good defensive effort by the Skyhawks, dressed in the white jerseys. Ball stolen. And again, they missed another easy layup. And of course, the coach wanted them to slow up a little bit, get themselves organized. Baroa reports to the scorer's table. He'll be coming back into this ball game. There's Mack. Mack went to the hoop. Overthrew the rim.
Yeah.
There's an attempted dunk that didn't fall.
Drove it in too high in that rim and back out.
I'm sure their coach, who's been coaching them for 20 years, is a little concerned about the missed shots. Stonehill's got to take advantage of the turnovers by the Ravens.
Ooh, air ball. By Will.
That doesn't happen too often.
Oh.
So DeWolf and Sims get a rest as they report to the bench.
51-34, Skyhawks. 13:58 left in the final half.
Dave Clifton here along with Ken Wood. Stonehill after tonight's game will be on the road for a pair of games. Next week at Merrimack on Wednesday and Assumption on Saturday before hosting St. Anselm's for Senior Day on Tuesday, February 26th. That will round out the regular season.
So if you get a chance that evening, you're free on the February 26th. Stop by Stonehill College. Perfect games here. The women's game is a doubleheader. Women's games at 5:30 and 7:30 for the men's game.
Right now, Coach Kraus will go with Baroa, Morden, Chose, Bowen, and of course he makes it from way downtown. And getting some playing time right now is Connor Walsh.
Ooh, he got his in there.
This will be a full timeout called by Franklin Pierce. They trailed Stonehill by a score of 54-37. Stonehill Dancers now will take the court to entertain.
Yeah, they
Along
got
with
their
Ace. He's an ace. He's number one. Let's find out if he knows the routine. So with both teams huddling with their coaches, the dance team entertaining. Stonehill out in front 54-37. 13-14 remaining on the scoreboard for the second half.
Must be hard dancing in that outfit with those big boots on, what they're trying to do.
Let's take a look at some of the scoring. I know for Stonehill, Will Morden has a total of 26 points in this game. 16 by Owen Chose, mostly three-pointers. 5 points for Owen DeGraff. I'm sorry, that was Josh Mack. Owen DeGraff has a free throw that he put in, and that matches up the scoring for Stonehill College. Two players with 11 points, Ken.
Yeah. Jeremy Arthur and Isaac Moore.
And those are easy names to pronounce.
Yeah.
There's Bowen with the basketball on the far side of the court. Little tricky dribble. Goes to the hoop, gets it back out front to Morton. Here's Chose, three-pointer. Got it! Holy cow!
They've been hitting them today, and this is where they need them, Dave.
Yeah. Puts his team up again by 20 points.
And a
Ball
turnover.
stalling, another turnover. They could very well, I'm talking about the Ravens, be breaking a record here on turnovers. Here's Morton with the basketball. They don't want him to shoot. Bowen goes to the hoop. He throws it up. Almost tipped in. Baroa hustles. Goes back up. Bowen with the ball. And he made it. Mike Bowen. What a tough guy he is.
Yeah, both teams right now, Dave, for turnovers are 11 up.
11:50, the clock running. Amazing to watch Mike Bowen, how he works on defense. Ball stolen. And they made that one. That was polished right off the window on the backboard.
11:27 left in the final period.
Here's Chose with the basketball. Goes into the paint, gets fouled as he drove to the hoop.
Stonehill up by 20.
Chris Willis, where's number 20? He's certainly getting some playing time. I don't want to confuse him with Connor Walsh, who wears number 2. Chose picks up another free throw.
Checking in for Franklin Pierce from reserve. Number 23, Toyin Banachutima.
Again, Chose has
30, Isaiah Moore. And checking in for Stonehill, number 5, Josh Mack. Owen Chose at the line. He made the first of 2.
We'll take a look at his scoring. Let's let him take this free throw. Good shooter. Chose has 21 points, 26 by Will Morton. And again, the three-pointer doesn't fall. No problem with Mike Bowen getting that rebound. Morton drives into the paint. He stops, he fakes, he makes the shot. Will Morton, 28th point in this ball game. And of course the
Didn't fall.
30-second clock down. Bowen with another rebound. Takes it coast to coast. Coach Cross wants them to set something up.
They got a player down. Yeah, he's living off the court there. 30.
Isaiah Moore, a freshman from Temple Hills, Maryland, being helped off the court. Looked like a possible ankle injury.
63-39, the Skyhawks. 10-23 left in the final half.
Coach Chris Cross has his starting 5 out there on the court right now.
And in for Stonehill, number 31.
And Mike Bowen comes out to get a rest. And he's earned that rest, I'll tell you. Both teams looking for their shot. Ball stolen. A Skyhawk turnover.
Offensive foul.
Offensive foul.
Number 0, Sean Castillo.
So they'll call this offensive foul against Sean Pasayero from Houston, Texas.
Stonehill hits the ball back.
If he needs it.
Coming into this ball game, Will Morton was averaging 18.1 points per game. He already has 28 in this game. He could be player of the week. Who knows? There's Chose.
Layup right up and in, using the backwood.
And that gives him 23 points in this game. Almost looked like he dragged his pivot foot. Turn around, Jay. It's good.
65.
That was Brandon Kolek, another freshman at 6'4".
65-41. Stonehill.
Basketball. In for Franklin Pierce, number 40, David Bradbury. And checking back in for Stonehill, number 15, Michael Bowen.
Bowen back in for Mac.
Stonehill gets the ball.
Not surprised to see the Ravens doing a press up front.
Right up at the other end of the basket.
Here comes Chose. He stops out front to set something up. The Ravens in a man-to-man defense on a tight one at that. Morton stops, pops, takes the shot, won't fall. Rebound by Ostrom on the missed shot. That was a long one.
Front run to it.
Doesn't go in. Morton comes down with the rebound, gives it to Mike Warden.
65-41. Skyhawks. 8:42 left in the final half. Ooh. Almost got stolen. Ooh.
.8:21, the clock running. So we'll have a foul on the drive.
That's Stonehill foul, number 11, Andrew Sims. His second personal, the team's second.
We'll call a foul against Sims.
Sean Fazio at the line.
Fazio will be at the charity stripe. He'll shoot 2. He was in the act of shooting. That was the call by the stripes.
Tell Bowen he has 0. Tell Bowen he has 0.
Got his first one.
Fazio makes the first one.
Number 5, Josh Mack. And number 30.
Sophomore guard wearing number 0. You think they would at least give him a number
Yeah.
when he plays college basketball?
He's 0.
Yeah. He makes them both. And he comes out of the game.
Josh, you got new.
Franklin Pierce.
Coming in for him will be Falusek, a junior from Washington, D.C.
Well,
Here comes Bowen. Timeout called by the Skyhawks with 8:12 remaining in this ball game, 65-43. You know, the season goes by very fast, Ken, and we've enjoyed very much covering the men and women's games.
Please direct your attention to the floor.
There were a couple of games there that we couldn't make because of other commitments,
in the snowstorm.
but it's always nice for us to volunteer our time to come over here and to cover Stonehill College sports. I'll tell you, it's fun to see them. And folks, we hope that if you don't come to the game here at Merca Gymnasium, that you'll watch it on TV in Stonehill. And Ken is going to give you the stations that you can pick it up on.
Yeah, it's on Comcast Channel 97 and Verizon Channel 24. There's also on the schedule is listed on the both these channels, so you can watch the men and women's games. They're all scheduled. So this is an ECAT presentation, and we want to thank ECAT for doing these games with us. So
Just want to remind our viewing audience that if you hear Ken's announcement, you're already on the station. Don't turn it. Again, taking a look at the rebounding for Stonehill, Joe Baroa has 11 rebounds in this ball game. And of course, Will Morton has 4, 5 by a few players, 6 by Michael Bowen. The high scorers for the Ravens, 11 points by Arthur and 11 by Moore.
now we do want to mention the Northeastern Savings Bank here. The mission with Northeastern Savings Bank is to provide efficient and progressive financial services to our customers. Thank you for Northeastern Savings and working with the community.
And of course, the team does miss Brandon Twitty. He's on the injured list. He's on the bench in street clothes. But he, too, is a great shooter. But I thought that so far in this game, as we're under 8 minutes remaining, Stonehill's done a good job defensively. And they certainly have put the ball in the hoop. And as far as the Ravens are concerned, they're a little off tonight.
Yeah.
They have a lot of turnovers. They missed a lot of shots. And I think they're forcing it because of the Skyhawk defense. So what's your plans for Washington weekend?
Our food pantry is going to be staying open for that holiday. It's a big need in town. We're up we're between 90 to 106 families a week, so all of our volunteers are willing to come in that day. We're only closed about 5 or 6 holidays a year.
God bless all the folks that work at food pantries to make sure that people in need get taken care of.
Well, we also opened it up to the furloughed workers too, and we did get one person that came under a contractor. They didn't get paid at all.
Well, that's terrific. It involves more than just passing out the food. You have to recruit it. You have to do fundraising. And you have to spend the time and the hours to pick up and drop off and all that stuff that goes with it. So I commend all the volunteers that give their time. Here's Will Morton shooting the back end of his 2 free throws. He makes it. Puts his team out in front by 22.
67-45.
And the clock doesn't start until a player touches the ball. And again, we got a traveling violation, no basket. It was a good drive to the hoop, but again, another turnover.
7:30 left in the final period.
So you'll see some pressure in the backcourt now by the Ravens. And because of the bonus and the 7 fouls, Stonehill will shoot. Here's Will Morton. He's got 30 points in this ball game. He has a chance to, with 7 minutes remaining, to score some more points.
Every time the Stonehill's got that ball and then bringing it down, there's been a lot of back pressure, but they broke through it at every time.
31 points. He has a chance to get 32. And, of course, he's wearing number 33. Left-hander takes 3 dribbles, bends those knees, takes the shot, and makes it.
69-45. Skyhawks, 7:29 left.
You figure Franklin Pierce has 45 points and Will Morton has 32.
Yeah. Wouldn't
And
fall.
again, that's typical of what's been going on with Franklin Pierce. They've been off on their shots.
But they're not using that glass. They're just trying to pop it up and into the net, and it isn't working.
How important young basketball players to make sure you use the backboard.
Oh.
I see Westwood High School is here tonight watching this game. And, of course, they probably know as well it's important to use the backboard. Look at Bowen. 2 shots, gets his own rebound. And it's not that Bowen is 6'6".
Away from the side.
Baroa from Lawrence, Massachusetts. Makes the 3. Didn't take a lot of shots in the first half.
72-45, Skyhawks.
It's kind of a generous team. They look for each other.
Sean Fesiero, and number 10, Brandon Cohen.
Bo, you got 0.
And again, holding on to the ball when you're trailing 72-45 doesn't make sense, but... And there's a basket and a foul. Probably call this against Morton.
Total fouls number 5, Josh Mack.
No, they're going to call it against Mack.
Press is coming.
That's M-A-C-K.
Basket is good. Sean Fesiero at the line, he'll shoot 1.
I spelled it out just in case there's a spelling contest after this game. And again, I can't thank Nick Galande for his work. He is announced a couple of games here. He's done the camera. He's been a producer. He's done everything to except sweep the floor, and I'm going to make arrangements for him to do that.
Stonehill's getting their back court pressure again. They've broke through it every time, and they did it again.
Here's Morton trying to find his shot. He's going to take it to the hoop.
And he got it.
He throws it in, makes the basket, and a chance for a three-point play. That's a signal by the official. The basket is good.
74-48.
34 points.
5:51 left in the final half.
Morton looking now to get his highest point contribution this season in a ball game. 75-48. 5:49, the clock running. Morton has 35 points. As it'll travel. No call. Basket counts. Timeout called by the Ravens. Now you're allowed to take a free step when you drive to the hoop. But he took 2 free steps, and then he took the step that you jump off of. That was a definite travel violation. And of course, I don't have stripes on my shirt, so I can't make the call. But I'm being facetious. It's not easy to referee a ball game. That I've done, and it's possible the referees can miss calls.
Well, it was the same with football this season too, if you remember. A couple of those controversial plays out there.
So again, taking a look at the upcoming schedule for the Skyhawks. They will be playing St. Anselm's, and that game is scheduled for February 26th. That'll round up their regular season. The postseason play will begin on March 1st. They're back on the road starting tomorrow for a pair of games next week at Merrimack. They'll play on Wednesday. They'll be at Assumption and Worcester, Massachusetts on Saturday, and then come back home for their final game against St. Anselm's. And that final game will be Senior Day. And the seniors will be recognized here at Stonehill College for the contributions that they certainly have made. And as I take a look at the roster, we got Henry Zizi, we got Joe Baroa, we have Michael Bowen, and what contributions they have made. They'll be recognized. They'll be at that game with their parents on the 26th of February. At that time, I will be in Orlando.
Oh, another 3.
So Bowen right now, 37 points. The highest total that he has gotten on the season. And I would expect that as he closes in on 40, he most likely will make the weekly honor roll, if not the player of the week for this particular game. He's been terrific. He leads Stonehill in scoring and rebounding.
Well, Michael Bowen is on the honor roll for this past week, so and he's got senior guard from Mansfield, Mass.
He's had a nice career here at Stonehill, and he'll be recognized on the 26th as a graduating senior. Little tricky dribble, and going to the hoop for the basket and making it.
Yep.
Wow, what a show he just put on.
79-50.
I thought the Globetrotters were in town. Little tricky dribble, went down the lane with his left hand and made the basket.
Oh.
Good job, Jay.
Barrow from Lawrence, Mass. hauls down the rebound. 79-50, 4:14, the clock running. Here's Will Morton.
Josh, you good? You shot ready, Josh?
Underneath, all alone, to Bowen to the basket. Nice pass from Mack to Bowen for the hoop, and good use of the glass on the backboard.
Right now, Bowen's got 37 for the game.
No, not 37. That's not Bowen. That's
Wasn't that one? Oh, it's hard to see. They got that net in the way for us.
37 points by Will Morton.
Morton.
Here's Bowen right now in no hurry. 14 seconds on the 30-second clock. Wow. 3 more points by Will Morton.
He's got 40 now.
He's got the big 40. Let's see if he can go to 50. Well, certainly we hope Will Morton makes Player of the Week. I wouldn't be surprised.
Will pulls another one down. He's been good at rebounds tonight.
Chose right now looking for Morton. He takes the 3 and he gets it. 87 of 52.
Chris is going to put Klaus is going to put his rest of his bench in there to finish up the game.
87-52. Coach Klaus now going with Sims. He has Connor Walsh in there. Also getting some playing time is Johnny Strutsky. He's from Los Angeles, California, by the way, a sophomore. And also getting some playing time, Christopher Willis. And Willis gets the basket.
Yeah, he stole that ball.
What a game the Skyhawks offense has played tonight. So we're going to have a foul on the shot that stops the clock at 1:57. Going to the foul line will be Brandon Kolek from Cumberland, Rhode Island. He also is a freshman at 6'4".
That is first. 89-53, Skyhawks. 1:57 left in the final half. And he got both. 89-54, Skyhawks.
So a brand new team out in the court there, with the exception of Sims. He's had some playing time. He actually started tonight. He takes the shot. He makes it a three-pointer. 92 points in this ball game. Who would have dreamed at the end of the first quarter that this would be a 40-point victory almost?
The Ravens just got a shot at 2. So 92-56. 1:22 left in the final half.
Should mention that Alex Bradley's getting some playing time. He's from Holden, Mass. Played at St. John's of Shrewsbury.
The Ravens' three-pointers just aren't falling tonight, Dave.
No.
That's going to foul to number 11, Andrew Sims, his third personal, team 6.
So Sims picks up his third foul. A victory tonight gives Stonehill a 7-11 NE10 conference record. They'll be 13-12 overall. And of course, every game counts, Ken, in terms of postseason play. They're at the middle mark in the standings.
Yep. It's going to be depend on how well some of these other teams play.
Ball stolen. And of course, they drive to the hoop. This will be an attempt for a three-point play. But with 38 seconds remaining, the game is over.
The 6th team foul.
Donovan Manola is going to go for his extra point, which he didn't get.
Bradbury on the shot.
Nope.
He went limping out during the with an ankle injury during the second half, but he's back in. And on the foul line, we have Donovan Bonilla. He's from Port St. Lucie, Florida. I'm sure they got lots of sun down there.
Well, they have. Two couples I know just came back from there. I said, why did you bring it back here?
And of course, I'm in Massachusetts. I also have.
And you're headed down there.
No, I have a son.
Oh, okay.
His name is Scott.
Yeah. Yeah, here's Sonny, you call him.
Different kind of son. So we're down under 20 seconds. Stonehill out in front, 92-59. They're in no hurry right now to take another shot. They're going to let the clock wind down. Stonehill defeats Franklin Pierce University, the Ravens, by a score of 92-59. What a victory this has been for Stonehill. And of course, they earned it with their defense and their offense. 92-59. What a ball game. So congratulations to the Skyhawks. They now have their 13th victory on the season. They're 7-11 in a very tough Northeast 10 conference game. Little pat in the back to a couple of players on that Ravens team. When a player got injured, they were right there to pick one of these Stonehill players up.
Yep.
That was a great show of sportsmanship and a losing cause. So the final score, 92-59. Stonehill wins it, and the young kids will now go out in the court and enjoy using this gymnasium for some basketball.
And we want to thank Northeastern Savings Bank for being our sponsor for this afternoon for the men's game. And you're watching ECAT presentation, and you can watch these games from Stonehill on Comcast Channel 97 and Verizon's Channel 24.
Congratulations to Will Morton, who got his highest point total in this ball game. We wish him the best. And whether or not the NE10 selects him as the player of the week, he is our player of the week. And we certainly congratulate the young man from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Will Morton. He's the player of the game. He's our MVP for tonight's game. I'm Dave Clifton. On behalf of Kenwood, bidding you farewell from Merckett Gymnasium on the campus of Stonehill College. Again, the score 92-59.